Hey, welcome, World Wrestling Live. I'm very happy to have my friend uh, Roger Stewart back on here to the show, World Wrestling Live. Today, we're going to be asking him some questions about his journey to the upcoming Olympics. He will be going through Worlds, he will be going through Veterans, he will be going through Nationals. So he's got quite a journey coming up. And we're going to discuss all that with him today. Also, there will be some fundraising opportunities to help him. Hey, welcome. To help him fundraise and get himself on this journey. First of all, welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're here again. And what I'm doing is I'm I'm going to share you through all the different platforms while we talk.
Okay.
And but my first question is, I know you have an upcoming journey, right?
Yes. Yes, I do. It's now that high school season's finished, I have more time to focus on myself for training for these upcoming tournaments. I have a list, but I have to do a few tournaments at a time.
Nice. Now, I know. So what I'm going to ask Roger right now is, he's been in a long email feed right now with USA Olympics and USA Deaflympics, and they've been discussing how to get a team or an individual to be able to start their journey and also fund their journey. So a few things he's going to discuss, what's coming up, some upcoming things, some upcoming dates as I share. But first of all, the first upcoming event he's going to be training for is the Turkey 21 World Olympics.
Yeah, for the Deaf World Championship.
So tell us about that.
So Deaf World Championship is no different than the World Championship. They're all the same. The only difference is it carried with the different organization. So example, USAW have their own World Championship with UWW. So now with the Deaf World Championship, it's run by USDSF, which is the US Deaf Sports Federation. And the difference is USAW, they fund the top world team members, but for USADSF, it's more self-funded. So for me, I'm probably the only one going to the Deaf World Championship because we don't have a team. We tried to market. We tried to get more and more deaf wrestlers out there. So I've been in communication with USA Deaf Sports Federation to see what can we do. So the only bet is I can go solo. So I thought, okay, I can go represent USA for the deaf if I just fund myself. But with my full-time training, it's hard. I can't focus on raising money, working, and trying to train at the same time.
That makes sense. So, and there's a journey to this. He goes to Turkey for the Worlds. Then it goes on to the Deaf Olympics. He also will be training for and competing at the Veterans Opens as well as our National Opens. So he's got quite a journey. Tell us, you know. So tell us,
Okay. Uh, it takes a lot. I've been to the Deaf Olympics twice. It's more of a mental thing. You have to try to take that block away and put yourself in a vision tunnel to find that goal that you want. I was not successful in the past Deaf Olympics. Yes, I did a good job, but I feel I want more. I want to bring home a gold medal. I want to bring home a silver medal or bronze medal. But this time around, as I'm getting older, but not feeling old, I want to get that last opportunity to finish what I have not yet finished, and being the first deaf to get a gold medal in a long time. I'm guessing since '99, when a good friend, Matt Hammer, got his gold medal from the Deaf and Deaf Olympic World Championship. So I want to be the next one. They had the last medalist, which was 2013, and I trained him to prepare for his Deaf Olympics, and he got a medal. So between '99 and 13, this is the only last time any deaf wrestler has gotten a medal for USA. So I'm playing and training hard to get that opportunity to bring home a medal. So right now, like yesterday, I just started my first day training yesterday. And boy, my legs are sore right now, but I need it. I need it. So I know I'm on the right track to prepare for 2022 Deaf Olympics. Supposed to be this year, but with COVID, it happens. We're not in control, so they have to push it to next year.
Yeah, and I'm how did it make you feel when he got the medal?
Uh, I feel, oh man, I feel like I did my job as a coach or as a partner or a teammate. He wasn't really my teammate. He was the young kid, looked up to me. I helped him along the way and took him to University of Maryland, trained him there. He goes to OIT. I think he graduated already. And believe it or not, it was his first time in the Deaf Olympics, his first time in freestyle circuit. So just me training him, giving him the feedback, and just passing it forward to, hey, look, this is what you're gonna expect in the international world. Yeah, I felt overwhelmed. It felt good.
Now, you know, what are
So the rule for the Deaf Wars or Deaf Olympics is based off your disability or your hearing audiogram. So we have to have a certain decibels in numbers of hearing loss without the hearing aids or without an implant. So that's how they determine if you are eligible for the sports. There's not so much of wrestling qualification like USA Wrestling have. We the last time we had a qualification for deaf wrestling was 2000s, around there, 2002s. The last one was in Pocatello, Idaho, where I won the Deaf Nationals. And that's how I was able to show, hey, he deserved to be on the Deaf Wars, Deaf Olympics, etc. So USA Deaf Sports Federation, they don't have any qualification tournaments. They just pick based off your quality of hearing loss by looking at your audiogram to see if you can't hear. So to me, my hearing loss is more moderate severe, meaning I can't hear high pitched sounds if I take my hearing aids out, or it's harder for me to speak to someone with a mask on. So mumbled, or the words don't come out right. So it varies every day. My hearing fluctuates, just depends on the situation. That's why I have my own service dog. So with the rules for Deaf Wars, Deaf Olympics is based off the hearing loss.
Nice. We're all learning from you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this is very important. As you heard Mr. Stewart say, with the regular Olympics, a lot of those Olympians are funded through USA, correct? With the Deaflympians, they have to fund themselves. So one big thing is let's discuss this so you guys can learn.
Okay. So over the years, I've been between working and training. I've lost a lot of my motivation. I've lost a lot of my performance, and it's hard, very, very, very hard. I've always wished, and I think about it all the time, to be on the top ladder with USAW. I've been before, maybe top 7, top 8 in the ranking, nothing higher. I know it takes a lot of dedication, hard work, and desire to become successful on the mat. And those guys who I respect the most, they train 24/7. I mean, they're not thinking about the job. They're just thinking about a one lifetime opportunity to get what they're looking for. And for me, I'm now thinking about it. It's like this is a one lifetime opportunity to get what I want. And most people think or tell me, is it time yet? Are you done yet? No, I'm not done yet. I have more juice left in my body. And so with the funding, it helps a lot of the wrestlers achieve a goal that they want while they're focusing on the training. And for me, like I said yesterday is my first day back to training. And I have a few friends and others helping me set up a GoFundMe account. And they're going to focus on that while I focus on my training. And it's a way to fund my way to the Veteran World Championship that's coming up soon. It's going to be in Greece. We have U.S. Nationals veterans coming up soon in Iowa, I believe. We have another tournament, Deaf World Championship happening in May. It's a lot, and it's like I'm more hustling. I can't do both.
Absolutely, and please.
Yes.
Now.
So, yes, I will do both styles for Greco and freestyle for Deaf Wars and Deaf Olympics. and for Veterans World Championship, as well as Veterans Nationals too. I'm gonna do both. It, it's just wrestling. Freestyle Greco. Just wrestle.
Just rest.
Yep.
Uh, Now, before all that, will you be competing at the Veterans Open and Nationals?
Yes, I will be competing at the Veterans Open and U.S. Nationals.
And when is the time?
For Veterans Open Nationals is mid-early April. They're still working on a good time frame due to the pandemic and the building location as well as space for the facility where they have a limited numbers of people going into the facility due to the pandemic and COVID protocol. Huh. About your club. So yes, I have my own wrestling club. It's called Ground Up USA. Why Ground Up USA? Because there's many wrestlers that want the same opportunity as me. Doesn't matter if you're blind, doesn't matter if you're deaf, doesn't matter if you're paralyzed. They want to start somewhere. They want to get up from the ground up and start somewhere. They want to represent their own country. Doesn't matter if it's USA, Brazil, or Japan. Doesn't matter. They want to start somewhere. So that name is where I started to help the wrestler from the ground up to mold him or her to something great. For example, this past weekend, went to state championship. I had a lot of wrestlers that I trained privately, a lot of wrestlers I mentored. Um, as my first year head coach for Louisa County High School. Again, this is my first year. I don't know who the kids are, never met them. And I give them my knowledge. Program changed so much, so drastically. And one boy that gave me his story, and I thought, how can I help him? How can I take the path away from him? How can I build him up from the ground up? So a lot changed in his style with me being there, coaching him, training him every day through this pandemic. And just this past weekend, he got his first state title under me as my first year head coach. And it's very humbleness. So with my club, I'm the same way. I have a few kids that was at the state championship. I get a lot of texts. I get a lot of Instagram messages. I get everything telling me thank you for everything you've done. I have a kid that messaged me out of the blue. I have not talked to him in 2 years, but he remembers every word that I told him, and he used that word from the ground up that he is accomplishing things that he wants from the ground up. And this past weekend, he took second in state. He never thought he would, but he took second in state, got to the finals. I mean, he was JV the last 2 years, from what I understand. And I talked to him, mentored him, never trained him, and then he just got the second place state title. So club helps me. Kids do their dues, and parents are very supportive to help me get to where I want to go because I'm coaching these kids at tournaments.
I know it's your first year. It's your first year, right?
Yeah.
But you had to feel really, really good.
Oh man. I've been an assistant coach for many years. I've been a head coach for 2 other high schools. Head coach for Colorado School for Deaf. Head coach for Liberty High School, Colorado. And then ever since I've been assistant coach. I was under my old high school coach as an assistant coach. Yeah, you're the second person that asked me that question. Boy, it feels. I feel that my kids getting the award makes me happier than myself medaling because I never medaled when I was their age. I never went to states in high school. I never won states in high school. I never won regionals in high school. I never won districts in high school. Got to college. I never started in college. I walked on a Division I team. I never went to NCAAs. I just followed the coach and see what it is for me. So coaching the kids makes me more humble and happier because I'm doing something right for them by paying it forward. And yeah, I went to nationals. Yeah, I went to Deaflympics. Yeah, I went to trials. That shows I didn't accomplish anything in high school or college.
That's amazing.
What would you tell kids who think they need to make state to be successful in the sport? What do I tell the kids what they need to do to be successful for states? I wrote it down. Let's see here. All right. They need to, I tell them this all the time. If you believe in yourself, I as coach will believe in you. It takes discipline and dedication that equal domination in life and in wrestling or sports. You have to have a passion for something you truly want to do. If you didn't have a passion, you would not do it. You can't do it because somebody's making you do it. You have to do it for yourself. I can't just take you from the bottom of the bracket and put you in the finals. You have to do the work. I'm just guiding you to get there, but you have to figure out the chess game. It's like playing chess. You have to figure it out for yourself. It's a mental game. You have to want it. You have to be hungry. You have to be the lion to be successful. So again, you need to believe in yourself. when you believe in yourself, then I will believe in you.
And that's amazing. We have a question.
Sure.
It says,
What's your end goal? End goal. The end goal. My end goal is to show others that I may have never got what I wanted, but just know that sport, wrestling, has changed who I am. I can still be successful in life if I put my mind into it, but at the end of the day, I can show my kids, I can show my friends, I can show anyone that is trying to make a change for themselves. I'm not going to tell them, I'll just show them what I've done. And at the end, I know I did my career because it's what I enjoy so much. It's very humbling to see me coming from a tough life growing up. Like today, I'm still fighting with people when I communicate to really patiently ask them, remove your mask so I can read your lips. But at the end of the day, I can't change them, but I can show them. So with the sport and wrestling as a coach, at the end, I know I've done something great because I'm gonna see almost all of my kids do something great because I paid it forward. Not being a qualifier in high school, how did you overcome those to become a D1 national wrestler?
because a lot of kids are in their head and they believe that if they don't do that, they can't be successful at the next level.
Right. It's based on who you surround yourself with. I went to Norfolk State my first year, 97. They dropped the program just as soon as the semester started. But then I was introduced to some of the great wrestlers. Great wrestlers like Corey Williams. He's an amazing head coach for the high school he's at. And there's so many things to say about Corey Williams. 3-time NCAA. He's also a national All-American. I put myself around him. I put myself around Paul Jimenez, who was who was the first string for ODU. I was behind him. I was third string, fourth string. I put myself with him. I trained with him. I trained with many other guys in the room, ODU. Yeah, I've been bullied. I get pushed around a lot in the room, make it feel like they don't want me in the room. But in my mindset, I'm not gonna have them keep pushing me out. Because I personally, I belong in this room. I want to become like them, but I have to do it for myself. It's fine if I don't get the starting job. I'm I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better. I know a few guys that started, but I didn't start, and then 4 years later, they look back and they see, wow, all that hard work pays off. Like a wrestler from Iowa, I'm reading, he never started. He was third string, fourth string. By the time his senior year came at college, he won a national title. So that's the kind of mindset I needed. So I didn't, so high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do after I graduated. So I thought I might just stay with wrestling and see what that would take me to. But again, not in my control because only God's control. He's the one that would take you somewhere. So with the support, my family, my girlfriend, my wrestlers, my supporters, my coaches, again, you have to surround yourself with the right people. Because right now, my circle is very, very, very small. It used to be big, but now it's small. And I'm still in touch with those people. Like yesterday, I was talking to my three coaches from high school, from a club, and I told them what happened, what I'm doing. They still mentoring me today. I asked them for advice, no issues. Um, it's a wild journey. It's a crazy journey. Not everyone has that, but they have to find it. I can't give it to you. You have to find it. More like if you hide yourself away from distractions, you will become successful. You have to tell yourself that. Like my brother, for example, he has a good business in what he does. He was great in wrestling. He was a two-time state placer in high school. He went to UVA. He went to conference, but he didn't qualify for nationals. But then he used that to become successful in his business because he hid himself away from distraction. Same thing with wrestling. I hid myself away from the bags to become successful in the Deaf Olympics, Deaf Worlds, US Nationals, everything. My first year in US Nationals, just right after college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. This was 2005. My coach, Gray Simon, says I should go out for freestyle nationals. I looked at him like, you must be crazy. I'm gonna get beat up. But fine, I went to nationals. I got beat up here and there. I lost here and there. But I met so many good wrestlers that I'm still in touch with today. Example, I lost to Sammy Henson, my first year US Nationals. But I still managed to come back and get my first All American medal. I took seventh at US Nationals in 2005.
Wow.
I'm not going to forget that. Until this day, I still talk to Sammy Henson. He's doing amazing with his club, with his academy, with his everything, his coaching. I'll talk to him every now and then. We we pass by each other, say what's up, how you doing. We talk about nationals, talk about everything. So right there is how I went through the process of high school and not being able to go to nationals, NCAAs, and D1 wrestling. At the end, I am happy that I can say yes. I competed as a D1 wrestler. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would need it.
And you're gonna put the link on the you'll put the GoFundMe link.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay. And man, this has been great. Good
Yes,
luck.
yes, thank you.
Thank you, right? Like this.
Thank
Thank you. Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. I got this. Hey, keep up the good work.
I will. I will.
And you're welcome. Welcome anytime.
Thank you. Thank you. I really
Welcome anytime.
appreciate it. And I'm sending the link right now. Let me know if you get it.
Okay, I have the link that you sent me. Oh, yep,
Yeah.
it's there.
Cool.
All right.
I want to end this opportunity in good fashion. I don't want to leave in a bad way. I want to show I did my job. I tried my best. I may not get recognized like the others, but I will get recognized. It's just a matter of time. And he is going to make that happen.
Well, as I said, good luck on your journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching.
I know. I know.
All right. Bye-bye.
If there's any camps, private training need me to do, I'm open.
Okay, you guys heard that. Well, hey, peace.
Thank you, Dan.
No problem.